So I was thinking, you know, I was having like friendly banter with my taxi man. He was thinking, oh great, like I found my new wife. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. If you are new to my channel, hello, my name is Amy and I make one video a year. And then every year I make that same joke. Yeah, no, but seriously, I think it's been like 1 year since my last YouTube video. So I decided, I would dress up for the occasion. Anyway, I thought it was high time for me to do another Storytime Sunday, where I tell you a little story about myself and hopefully you learn from my mistakes. Or you'll just laugh at me, but... Either way it's fine. Okay, so this story is actually more of a cautionary tale than a funny story. The story is what not to do when you're in a foreign country miles and miles away from home. Okay, so almost 3 years ago, I went to Thailand for 6 weeks with my friends, and basically I booked my flights after everyone else. So I was flying over on my own, which means I was flying back on my own. So on our last night in Bangkok, I think my flight was at like 6 a.m. or something, so I would have to leave at like 3 a.m. to get to the airport. So it's like the evening and I'm packing my stuff, and some of my friends wanted to get a bucket. If you've been to Thailand, you know that a bucket is literally a bucket that they fill with drink. So it's usually like a naggin. You usually get like a naggin and then a mixer, and it's literally just a little sand bucket. Sand bucket? It's in a bucket. So obviously I was like, no, I can't get a bucket because I'm leaving for my flight in a few hours. But me being me, I'm actually a very swayed person, which is kind of scary sometimes how easily swayed I am. So obviously I was convinced. My friend was like, right, well, I'll go and get you one if you drink it. Like my friend was like, I'll go. My friend was like, I'll go get the bucket. Like you don't even have to come with me. So I was like, okay, yeah, grand. Like last night in Thailand, we're gonna have a good last night. I'll have one last bucket. It'll be grand. Yeah, it wasn't so grand in the end, looking back. Probably not the best decision to drink for your flight. Wouldn't recommend. Also, here's what we forgot. In Bangkok, so I feel like everyone starts out in Bangkok when they go to Thailand, and then they travel and they go to all the islands. On the islands, the buckets they're not as strong. Like I'm convinced that they fill up like a bit of the naggin with water, so that you'll keep coming back and buy more buckets because you're not getting as drunk as fast. Buy more buckets because you're not getting as drunk as fast. But in Bangkok, like they don't do that. They're strong as fuck. So like when I was in the islands, like I would have a whole bucket. I feel like you would often have like 2. I had 1 bucket in Bangkok and I was pretty fucking drunk. So yeah, completely forgot that the buckets in Bangkok were way stronger than in the islands. So yeah, I was pretty hammered and I had to get to the airport at 3 a.m. by myself. Okay, so here's where I made my first well, okay, no, it wasn't my first mistake. I feel like first mistake was drinking heavily before my flight. Second mistake was that I got into the taxi in the front. Okay, do not ever do this. Don't ever do this. Like even in a taxi in Dublin, don't get in the front when it's just you by yourself. I had such a bad habit of doing this. I would get in the front by myself because I just want to have the chats with the taxi driver. And I feel like I would always feel weird like sitting in the back when he's in the front, like very much like a chauffeur. I don't know why. I just felt like it was rude, even though that's their job. Like I don't want to be sitting in the back. I want to be up at the front where the action is. I want to see where we're going. Anyway, so anyone who knows me knows I'm an extremely friendly person and I just love to talk to anyone. New people especially are like my favorite people to talk to. So as you can imagine, obviously when you're drunk, this is just like 10 times stronger, okay? Here's a photo for evidence. Yeah, I know. Okay, so we're driving along, having the chat. He's telling me about his life. He whips out a cigarette, he starts smoking. I don't even smoke, but hey, we're having a good time. You give me one of your smokes. I'm smoking, he's smoking, we're chatting away. It's all good. Anyway, so we're driving on a massive motorway, I guess kind of like M50. And the next thing, we're pulling into the side. And I'm like looking around. And I'm like, where the fuck is the airport? Like, we are literally, there is literally nothing around. Like, what are we doing here? Okay, so I turn around to be like, yo dude, what the fuck? I turn around, okay? Your man is literally on my, like leaned all the way over on my side, fully going in for the kill. Like he is leaning in to kiss me. And I literally had a heart attack. So I like shoved him back over to his side and I was like, airport, now, airport. Like screamed at him. And he just like giggles and he goes, okay. And just like carries on driving. So like, holy fuck, if anything has ever sobered me up in my life, it was that moment. I was sitting there honestly terrified. I was like, oh my God, like I'm gonna be kidnapped. I'm fully gonna be kidnapped. This is the end. This is the end for me. Like I'm gonna be kidnapped and put into like some kind of sex ring. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be on the news. Like I'm gonna be one of those horror stories that you hear. Every time you go on holidays to Thailand, you always hear these horror stories. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be that story. Like we're driving along and I all of a sudden was the most religious I've ever been in my life. Like so many prayers were said to God, so many promises were made to God if I just made it to the airport safe and sound. So again, like this is not, don't do this. Don't get fucking hammered before your flight. And don't get a taxi by yourself in Thailand. So before we got into the taxi, we decided the price was gonna be 400 baht to go to the airport. I think that's like, I don't know, like 20 euro? No less, no, way less. I don't know, however much it is. So after the little incident where, you know, where your man tried to get lucky with me, he just basically kept like, we're driving along and it's like silence. Like there's no crack now between me and your man. And every so often he'd be driving and then he would turn to me and he would go, 500? Like he kept upping the price. And I would just be like, okay, okay. And then driving along, 600? And I'm just like, yeah, cool, yeah, all right. I'm like, obviously I was petrified, thinking I was about to be sold on the black market, literally sitting there thinking about all the self-defense I knew. So like anything he said, I was just like, okay, yeah, cool. And like the scary thing was like, I'm in a foreign country. I have no idea where I'm even going. And all the signs were not in English. So like, I literally had no idea where, that was the scariest part, was that I was driving along and I was like, I mean, like I'm fucking hoping that I end up in the airport, but like at this point, I have no idea. It was actually really scary. So yeah, eventually we get to the airport and I'm safe and sound and alive. I remember just pulling up to the airport and honestly being like, oh my God, like that could have gone so differently. And I was still pretty drunk as well, like sobered me up, but also still pretty drunk. And then I handed him his money and it was just like, yeah, good riddance, goodbye. I think he tried to hug me and I was just like, mate, like you have seriously overstepped a lot of boundaries. You need to just go, leave, goodbye, you've done enough. And it was actually really funny. I went up to the desk to check in. Like, I'd say the state of me. I'd just say it looked awful. So I get to the desk and I'm like, oh, hi, like checking in. I'm like, I'm by myself, so maybe you could just bump me up to first class. And the guy just like looks at me and he's just like, and then just like typing away at his computer. And I'm like, fully thinking I'm in first class. And then he like hands me my boarding pass and stuff. And I'm like, so am I in first class? He was like, no. Then I was trying to find the gate. I don't even, this is like, I had 3 flights to get home. I don't even remember the first flight. I don't remember getting to the gate. I don't remember getting on the plane. I don't remember. I don't know. All I remember is being on like my main flight. I remember getting on my main flight. And by this time then I'd obviously like I'd begun to like sober up. And I remember sitting there and being like, fuck, do I have my iPod? And I'd have to like check my bag and be like, oh yeah, it's in there. Oh my God, like, do I have this? And like, I just kept thinking of stuff because I didn't even remember packing. Like because I was starting to pack and then had the book and then it all went pear-shaped. I was like, I don't even remember packing my stuff. I also finished packing like, yeah, That was the worst. That was honestly the worst, longest flight I've ever been on. Like I think it was like 10 hours or something. That was pretty horrific because like all of a sudden like the hunger hangover just like hit me. So yeah, that was my terrifying experience in Thailand. So yeah, if you're going on holidays in a foreign country, I would strongly suggest not sitting in the front of the taxi by yourself. Probably wouldn't recommend getting drunk before having to get 3 flights home. By yourself. You know, stick to the buddy system. Safety in numbers and all that. See, my mom always says that I have a rose-tinted view of the world, which means that like, I just like to see the good in everybody. And like, I can't imagine there being any bad out there, which I understand is extremely naive and stupid of me, especially like in this day and age. So I was thinking, you know, I was having like friendly banter with my taxi man. He was thinking, oh great, like I found my new wife. Doesn't really add up. So yeah, just be careful out there. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do what I did. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below and please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. I know I always say this. But I do really want to keep making videos because I do really enjoy it. So if you have any video ideas, leave me a comment. And if you like the video, share it on, you know, your Snapchat or Instagram or wherever the fuck people, whatever people are using these days. Probably not Snapchat. I feel like it's gone downhill. Anyway, I'm rambling. I will see you in my next video, which will probably be in 2019. No, that's a joke. I actually will be putting up videos. I hope.